Hello fellow traders, Marv Eisen here from Timeless Dollar Trading Academy, and I want to go over a very simple concept today. I'm sure you all know how to trade, right? Except for those of you who don't, and those people typically lose money. And so the idea of trading, I'll say it right up front, is not so much to make money, it's to not lose money. And the best way to learn how to not lose money is to know when to trade and when not to trade. Now, there are only 6 trade setups that I teach in my course because there are only 6 trade setups. What's a trade setup? A trade setup is something that gives you an indication of where the market is likely to go. Okay? And these 6 trade setups, you see them on my screen: gap, support and resistance, trend, time and price, momentum, and candlestick. GST-TMC for short. Very simple. Only 6 trade setups. And on Friday, February 7th, there was one of these trade setups that happened to have a very obvious telltale indication of which way the market is going to go. And that trade is the time and price trade. Now, the other trade that is a very easy trade setup to determine where the market is likely to go is the gap trade. And I'm not going to go into that today because there was no gap trade on Friday, February 7th, but there was a time and price trade. Time and price trade is where the market moves in a certain in a certain direction for a certain amount of time, and then stabilizes for a while, and then moves in the same direction for the same amount of time. So the setup is the first leg where it moves quickly in one direction for a certain amount of time, stabilizes, that's the setup. And the trade is the second leg, where the market moves in the same direction for the same amount of time. And I'm going to take you through the day on Friday, February 7th, and show you exactly what I mean, okay? Now, the market opened up just about, and I have my price action starting. There was a jobs report Friday, and the jobs report was sort of anticipated. It showed that the Federal Reserve is likely to raise interest rates because the employment rate went down, okay? So that would indicate that the Federal Reserve would raise interest rates. I stopped my price action after the initial leg of the time and price trade. This is the first leg, and it's starting to stabilize, all right? I'm going to go forward a little bit more, okay? See, it's stabilizing. So now, you're also looking at the Taylor trading zone. Now, the trading zone is a pretty accurate indication of the range that the market is going to go for a given day. But in this case, Friday was a particularly volatile day, and the market had already put in the range by 10:30. And so if I take my trading zone and I transpose it to the intraday high, as you can see, the market already put in the range for the day. Let me transpose my trading zone to show you exactly what I mean. I'm going to make a copy of it and just move it down to the intraday high. And so the intraday high being put in at 61.22, the market traded down through the range. And that's where the trade would ostensibly, if you were wise and you knew nothing else and you just used the Taylor trading zone, you'd say, well, the market has already traversed the range for the day. And so either it's going to end up somewhere around here, or it's going to go back up and retrace some of the morning loss. That's the Taylor trading zone. But remember, the time and price trade is one of the 6 trade setups that you need to know. And the setup was the first leg followed by the equilibrium. And so let me go further a little bit. Okay, there we go. There is the trade right over here. Traded for the same length, the same number of points, for the same amount of time as the first leg. And so it's very basic. Learn the 6 trade setups, you'll be a better trader. How hard is it to learn 6 trade setups? I know that people take years and years to study. They take all kinds of courses to learn various things about the market. And there is a lot to know. But most of it is just useless because the only thing you really need to know is which way is the market going today, right? Which way is the market going? And so learning the 6 trade setups is a whole lot easier than spending thousands of dollars and trying to absorb every possible move the market can make. The market can only make two possible moves, actually three. It can go up, it can go down, it can move sideways, and that's it. All right? And the trade setups based on well-known and historically repeating price actions are the basis for trade setups. That's my video for today. Try not to lose money when you trade. That's the whole name of the game. Not so much to make money, don't lose money. Marv Eisen from Timeless Dollar Trading Academy. Trade safely, use lots of patience. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.